Michael Venom Page. That guy is super talented.
Yeah. Oh!
He's very dangerous. The knockout of Cyborg was fucking crazy.
Lose off the liver shot. It can come back.
He steps into the ring like it's a stage, and his knockouts are pure art. Michael Venom Page is a true phenomenon who shattered every conventional idea of combat sports. Competing across different disciplines, the Brit was handing out concussions left and right, absolutely free of charge. And in this video, you'll witness his best highlights and dive straight into a world of beautiful violence.
And he's starting to look like a kid who's over.
This is Boxing Game. Here we go.
Look at me. I am the captain now.
Michael Venom Page made his professional MMA debut in 2012 against Ben Dishman.
Tonight, my fist is going to make love to your face.
Despite his lack of experience, Page already understood that the audience wants a show.
Showboat.
Gentlemen. And that was a big leg kick.
The tongue is out.
And he carried himself with the confidence of a man fighting his 100th bout.
A lot of fun in here. Oh, and there's a nice uppercut.
Dishman, meanwhile, was left kissing Page's feet just like Selena Gomez. And for dessert, Venom unleashed a tornado the crowd hadn't seen even in Oklahoma.
Two fighters screaming at each other. Seriously, and there's a spinning kick. That is unbelievable.
Wow. He turns, he kicks, he stands. Venom Page!
6 months later, Venom Page already decided to test himself in kickboxing too. The fight was held under K1 rules, even though the cage was MMA style, and Jefferson George was locked inside that cage as Page's prey.
These guys are here to bring it.
From the opening seconds, Venom invited his opponent to have a deadly dance.
Oh, big right hand there by Page.
And there's the dancing.
The crowd for
Listen to the MVP chants. Oh, spinning back.
Training partners from the GB Olympic team because it's...
George tried to defend himself, but Page's armor-piercing shots kept landing again and again.
Oh, there's a big shot from Page.
Oh, to the body, much of a walk in the park as we go to the second.
The Englishman's punches rang off his opponent's head louder than the bells of Big Ben.
Every time you get that break, every time you get that space, you get the sense that Michael...
I think it's rocked him.
Oh!
Over the top.
And in the second round, Venom, like a professional babysitter, effortlessly tucked the baby in for a nap.
Oh!
In 2016, the MVP, now a rising star, shared the cage with the dangerous Brazilian Evangelista Santos, aka Cyborg. His record already featured 16 first-round finishes, and he planned to add Page's scalp to his collection. But the moment the bell rang, Michael immediately made people question his opponent's nickname.
Figure him out, it's too late. Good right hand.
The Brazilian responded by showcasing elite BJJ skills.
We saw it against Brennan Ward, has him down. Nice.
And for the rest of the round, Page found himself completely neutralized.
A strong, quick start from MVP, but a better finish.
In round two, not eager to spend another round as a human floor mop, Michael went back to his trusted caliber.
Time in a 100-yard dash, it's forever beautiful.
He even found time to bust out the Harlem Shake. Then, after rocking his opponent with feints, he delivered a brutal fatality that would shock even the creators of Mortal Kombat.
Liver shot, it can come back.
Santos runs into the jockey.
Who's that Pokemon?
Did the hype train just pick up speed because it didn't derail? Wow!
After the fight, photos of Evangelista's skull appeared online. It turned out he had suffered a severe head injury that forced him to retire from professional sports forever.
Film in theaters this August.
Throughout Michael Page's career, there were also opponents who tried to gain an edge with dirty behavior. One of them was Richard Keeley, who started his toxic war right at the press conference.
I might be able to join a Page over there.
I'm going to be going for a world fight Brazil.
You got a swell in there, what happened?
I watched your Pauline Daly fight and fell asleep and hit the ground.
And during the face-off, he decided to measure egos with his rival.
That will be our co-main event of the evening on Channel 5.
The bell rang, and Keely immediately showed his disrespect using sign language. In response, Michael slammed him to the canvas and, like Pennywise the Clown, danced over his victim.
Speed is just blurring through Venom Page.
Then he decided it was the perfect time to take a photo for his opponent's tombstone. And by the middle of the first round, his signature flying knee completely shut the toxic challenger up. After the public humiliation, Keely ended up in the hospital with a concussion diagnosis.
MVP Michael Venom Page!
While conquering the fight world, Venom also paid a visit to the sweet science.
Michael Venom Page!
His first opponent in the new discipline was Spaniard Jonathan Castaño. The corrida enthusiast was an experienced boxer and believed he'd easily destroy the newcomer.
So we're underway then.
But once the fight began, Venom attacked his target like he'd just spotted carnage standing across from him.
But will he prove how physically really does bring to mind shadow boxing, but shadow balling. Going to the crossover dribble between his legs before...
Castaño resorted to a filthy tactic as he tried to get under his skin. He kept trying to drag Michael into the swamp of anti-boxing.
Plenty of feinting, but looking for that Hollywood lead right hand. He was Mayweather versus McGregor. That's a flashing right up.
But that only served as a drop of kerosene for the fire burning inside MVP.
A good right hand, MVP. And again, that's why the shots are so difficult to read. Reminiscent of a Manuel Augusta.
And that jab will come out, and he'll sort of try to blind you, and then in comes the power punch from the rear hand.
Then, at the start of the third round, Page decided it was time to put a full stop.
Jab. Oh, what a right hand! And down goes Castaño. Referee Bob Williams tolling the count. And that one...
And he even took a moment to check the crowd's reaction to his performance. After such a triumph, Michael felt ecstatic and decided to stick around in boxing a little longer.
MVP Michael Venom Page!
His next stop was Michal Ciach. Fans were eagerly waiting for Michael Page's second test in boxing. The fight began, and MVP immediately used his fencer-like style to pin his opponent against the ropes.
Professional and orthodox style that Michael's enjoying the ring walks. Just how is...
Then, feeling almost no resistance, he kept breaking his opponent down like a drunken master.
Again, and here's the drunken master. Puts the fight more firmly in his favor as he stands Ciach to the canvas. Cluster of punches, referee Jeff.
He even managed to throw in another stylish hip-hop.
Oh, great sport.
And then it took just one punch to completely detonate his opponent's jaw.
Scheduled for 4. The opening 3 minutes. What a right hand! And that could well conclude this contest right here on Michel Ciach. Folded and bent announcement. And the post-fight reaction.
After proving his professionalism in boxing, Michael returned to smashing skulls in his native discipline. Back in MMA, a true challenge for Venom was David Rickles. The American, nicknamed the Caveman, entered the fight riding a long undefeated streak.
I told you, look what's happening.
The fight began, and David charged forward like a train without brakes.
AJ McKee's 11 pass. Do with MVP. You cannot sit there and go.
But Michael masterfully rocked him while fighting off the back foot.
There's another right hand.
After feeling confident enough, Page once again turned his attention to entertaining the audience.
It is a serious question, especially if you're David, because you can't.
That became the turning point as David stormed forward to start a bloody war right there in the cage.
Well, caused a leaky fall.
But that crazy night, it was Page who played the role of Jack the Ripper.
Got to give respect where it's due. Another Asian that scores.
Soon enough, MVP transformed his opponent into Nick Fury.
Much, and the referee, he's giving up. It's over. Michael
After that, the medics had no choice but to stop this deadly battle.
He is turning all of his opponents to dust.
In 2015, Michael faced the extremely experienced Rudy Bears. In the very first seconds of the fight, Rudy tried to neutralize Michael with wrestling.
Immediately finds himself on the bottom.
But MVP tossed him aside like a bag of potatoes and sent him off to count the stars calmly.
Oh, huge left, and it's over, just like that. And the Express MVP train is faster down the track.
It's one of those things you can't believe what you just saw. You just saw Michael Venom Page.
Soon enough, his next victim was Goiti Yamauchi.
Debut at Bellator 93 in March of 2013.
Eager to cash that big check quickly, Michael dismantled his opponent's leg with a single low kick just 30 seconds into the fight, breaking it apart like Lego.
I think I jinxed it, unfortunately, saying it.
No, you said it could end at any moment. It just did.
It really just did, and not the way we wanted it to. I'll go for Michael Venom Page.
The next target on Venom's list was Italian fighter Giovanni Milio.
On his own.
From the very first seconds of the fight, Michael confirmed his status as the organization's biggest star.
He's gonna figure it out when he gets in there.
After chasing his opponent around the cage, he finished the job with a beautiful combination, sending him straight to the kingdom of Morpheus.
MVP, right hand, all over. He is low.
You have to understand who he is before that. MVP, Michael Venom.
And that wraps up our top knockouts of Michael Page.
The opening 3 minutes, what a run!
Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts about Venom down in the comments.
Lose off the liver shot. It can